Nani everyone, Upet, Ronpet, Nafrit. Happy Ancient Egyptian New Year. We're going to be celebrating the Kemetic New Year, which we observe officially on July 18th, but July 19th it also works. So we're going to do part of this indoors and part of this outdoors so that we can partake in the sun. So let's get started with a special prayer for lighting a new lamp for the year. And this is a brand new terracotta lamp with a cotton wick and some oil that I got at a store that specifically caters to South Asian and Indian groceries and other supplies. So this was a deal lamp originally for Diwali, but this is sort of our equivalent. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come, come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes, as it comes to all of us throughout the four corners of the world, to everyone who will be joining us now, in the future, and has been with us in the past. This eye of Horus comes. We're all purified with it. Fourfold. Receive the light. Hail to you, this beautiful torch for Ra Horaketi, and for the Osir Nebkeperura, and for their Aeneid. Hail to you, O Eye of Horus, which leads upon the paths of darkness. This torch leads you, O Ra Horaketi, O Osir Nisir Nebkeperura, in every place your immortal cause desire. We present this torch of new fuel and new wick to you, O Ra Horaketi, O Nebkeperura, as a gift. Geb and Nut, Osir and Aset, Set and Nebethat. They wash your face, they dry your tears. They open your mouth with their bright fingers. Heaven and earth are given to you. The fields of peace are yours on this night. This torch is for you, O Ra Horaketi, Nebkeperura, as a gift from your servants. This house is illuminated by Ra Horaketi. It is illuminated by the Osir Nisu Nebkeperura. It is illuminated by Sekhmet the Great. This light brings a good year together with Ra. This light brings the night together with Jehuti. Likewise by Khepri, Amun, Ptah, Osir Unnefer, Jehuti, Hathor, Horu, Sutech, Bastet, Mut, and Anapu. It brings a good year. Likewise, the guardian spirits of this house, it brings a good year. Likewise by Renutet, it brings a good year. And our bodies are made rich with the food of your feast. And of course the significance of this day is that it is the anniversary of creation. And so when we read our introduction, it has a special meaning today because this is not just the daily renewal of the first time of Zeptipi, but the annual renewal of creation the first time. You arise in the Achetes Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth, anew on this Upet the Ronpet, as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. And now it's time for our union with the sun.
And now for your favorite and mine. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me, as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Yunachiru. Come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands.
Would you, Holy Jesus, Mother of God?
Purity is within our hearts, and we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure.
Oh, she reloaded.
Very solemn, you two.
Cheating shit.
I tell you what, hey Morgan, come on over here and tell us. You have to tell us how cool these are. These cool waters are on your hands. How cold is that?
You're a bitch.
The reason why we're doing this is because it was an important tradition for the Egyptian New Year's to bring the statues out to be exposed to the sunlight, because that's a reunion with the sun god, and we're, it's the anniversary of creation, and so everything is being renewed and starting over and being refreshed. And so that's what we're doing here, and that's also why we do the opening of the mouth at New Year's, because everything's being recharged. So that's what we're going to do this time. So, take these, your cool waters, that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Come, O Yunachiru, you have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. Come, you have been invoked. And again, you have to wonder what what it was like when the Egyptians were doing this, because they did not have cigarette lighters, nor did they have charcoal discs that were impregnated with an accelerant. So they probably were using hot coals from a fire. So here we go. Okay, with charcoal discs like this, when you start to see a few little crackles, of flame, it's lit. So we got it, it's lit. The fire is lit, the fire glows. The incense is laid upon the fire. The incense burns. It's actually from the pyramid text. So here we've got some frankincense. So I saved this for when we're outdoors. So we give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you, cleanses and adorns you, takes its place upon your hands. but it sent reach you and purify you. This is your natron, Horus. This is your natron, Set. This is your own natron among the gods. You're purified with it. Your mouth is as pure as a calf on the day it is born. Milk, milk that parts your mouth. May you taste it in your shrines. That of Horus, that of Set, that of the two gods reconciled. Milk. Here's where we would use our model adze. This is a model of a tool called an adze, and an actual functioning one would have a metal blade in it. And this one actually does have a little piece of metal inside of it because I had to repair it, so it contains metal. But a real adze would be used for chiseling, and shaping wood. And for symbolic purposes, it would be used to open the mouths of the gods. And we have a lot of statues here, so we're going to use it a little more like a wand, and we're going to move it over them. I have fixed your jaws spread for you. As part of your mouths for you. And here are your two eyes, black and white. Lift them to your face and illuminate it. And we have our black and white eyes of Horus. Now, ointment from the forehead of Ra. Where should you be? You should be on the foreheads of these gods. I shall put it on you, and it shall transfigure you. And here again we have lots of statues. And there's one here that we don't want incense oils touching. But we will anoint the forehead of Ra as he represents the entire Ennead. And now, at peace for you is Ra in the sky. Peace be given for you. Peace be what you see. Peace be what you hear. Peace be before you. Peace be behind you. Peace be your lot. Now there's a little bit of a pun here because the same word in Egyptian, hotep, means peace but also offering, satisfaction. So when you say at peace and you make an offering, you're indulging in a play on words. Ra, may your dawn be for these gods. As every good and pure offering is for you, so let it be for them. Well, this is a piece, I'm decommissioning it. I made something to replace it, so it cannot be used anymore. So, this is the sound eye of Horus. And it has been set for you, so that you may be strong, and that evil may be afraid of you. Yes, and you can tell what part of the backyard we do rituals in because there's lots of little shards of red pottery in the ground. But it's not without precedent because there's actually a place in Middle Egypt, in what was the sacred city of Abydos. The modern Arabic name for the site is al-Kab, which means mother of pots, because there's so much broken pottery there. And it's because that place was the site where they would do rituals for the Osiris mysteries. And that would have involved the opening of the mouth for the rites for Osiris, so they would have been breaking a lot of pottery like that. So now it's the mother of pots. Pure, pure is Ra Horketi within his house. Pure, pure are all of these gods within their house. Pure is the Ka of Ra, with this good myrrh that is given. And pure are the Kas of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Nuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance. Thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. Ra Harketi, his Aeneid, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. All right, the last part. Come, O people, raise the offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings for Ra Harketi and his Aeneid. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Costume change. It's okay. I'm doing this as quickly as I can because there is weather blowing up as I'm speaking. So some of this could be Patreon exclusive because we're going to do our execration as long as the storm doesn't come up. And I'm going to show you real quick something that I do when I'm drawing up figures to be execrated, because, and we're doing this in real time here, the ancient Egyptians would draw a square, and there would be figures that would guard it at the four corners. So what I'm drawing is little flame hieroglyphs, and so that can mark the four noble ladies. There were other deities that would take those four cardinal positions, and inside they would draw figures that would be bound, and it would be enemies of the state perhaps, or also figures of Set. If this was an execration that was being done excuse me, in the region of Abydos. Well, Set is a little more friendly in modern Kemetic interpretation. There are some that prefer not to work with him, and that's cool. But what I do is I have a something that I draw instead. And that actually, there's a story behind it that I'll tell you one day. Perhaps not here, because I want to make sure we get this burned while we can. But it's a character that is very unsavory. It's a nasty little thing. And somebody had come up with this a long time ago, and it's worthy of execration now. So I draw these figures, and it's not going to make much sense unless I were to show you more about the original. That's okay, because what we're going to do here is, this stands for all of the evil and all of the things that we want to get rid of, and also that we don't want to see again, this year or in the future. That's something that I noticed over the years doing execrations. You want to make sure that you don't see something again, that someone doesn't cross your path. Put it on one of these, and don't wish for them to we're not trying to kill anybody. That's unethical, but to get them out of our life and make sure that we don't have to deal with them again. And I'll just scribble something in here. And some other things. And the wind is really picking up, so We can burn this while we can.
Okay, we had to get under cover because the wind picked up. Another thing that's really helpful is all those red candles that they sell at Christmas. Stock up on them and save them for execration work later. Because one thing that we can do is seal this with some red wax.